Alright guys, I'm back from this update. Like I did say before, I was going to split video here because I talked about everything I did, what I was up to in life and whatnot. So now we're on to gaming news. Now I do apologise once more that I have written all the news on the laptop because my internet was down at home and I went to the neighbours and I can only use the laptop to find some of these news, which I will talk to you about. They are in categories, let me just say, so I didn't want to spend hours on then writing it up in that notepad, what I usually do for my updates. So it is what it is for now. So yeah, we'll get on with this update with loads of gaming news. So the first thing I do want to talk about is trophies, and the trophies I came across were the Kuro for the PS Vita, and the trophies kind of include to do with coins, stage related trophies, things with chalk, and like enemy related things like kill 100 enemies with this sort of weapon and whatnot, so that's pretty good. Ice Age 4, and this is trophies like story related stuff, playing on free play and doing special events, etc. So that's pretty cool as well. Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, which is part of the HD trilogy. You've got your usual trophies like collecting usual items, getting points and bolts, etc. NCAA Football 13, like you got Road to Glory mode, coach contracts, and you've also got Heisman, if you say that correctly. So because I'm not really much of a sport fan, like this is like American football, just to say whoever lives in the UK. Other trophies, like you had Adidas Me Coach, My Coach, whatever you want to call it, and that's that fitness thing. All trophies to do with like workouts, training and your reps. And finally, the last trophies which I did come across is Persona 4. Trophies mainly include like arcade mode, story chapters, challenges, and some online trophies, so it's pretty good. One little short news I do want to say here, GTA 3 and Vice City was mentioned on ESRB again, and it might be nearing a release, but the odds are heavily against them bringing HD remakes, though maybe heading to PlayStation Network. That was according to ESRB. So whoever's a GTA fan, including me, because I still have Grand Theft Auto 1, and let me just say for you guys out there, I've never played Grand Theft Auto 3. I've only played a little bit of Vice City. I believe I've done a few story missions and that's it, but I didn't manage to beat it. So yeah, I'll probably buy GTA 3 and Vice City when they come on the PlayStation Store. Now this is all news, and I will put a link in the description for all this because I didn't want to write much on this because there's like tons of information. So we'll get through. So I'll put links in the description. This is like my more info on site news, and I'll just put links in the description about this sort of particular news which I came across now. So you got FIFA 13's Ultimate Edition and pre-order bonuses which have been unveiled. BioWare has been teasing an upcoming Mass Effect 3 DLC which is called Leviathan, and it flies hidden in the extended cut. You got Skylanders Giants and Tomb Raider hands-on previews, so that's pretty good. There might be a leaked Half-Life 2 Episode 3 artwork for real, so that's pretty cool for everyone who's a Half-Life fan. Transformers Fall of the Cybertron review, including the trailer, and they said it more than meets the eye with High Moon's Matt Tig. I don't know how to pronounce this. Tieger. So I'll just call it Matt Tig. Don't know how you pronounce it, so I do apologise. EA was to become 100% Digital. More info about that. Crytek might be confident in the ability to make free-to-play single-player experiences to work. You've got Seth Killen joining Sony, Santa Monica and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale team. GTA, maybe GTA 5 might be heading to Gamescom this year, and they have updated news about that. THQ will be returning Devil's Third, and all the rights go to Van Halla Game Studios. I can't really say much today. Van Halla Game Studios. Tomb Raider's Final Hours documentary series part 1, and that introduces the person who's going to be doing the voice actor for Tomb Raider, so we'll get much more about that news in a minute. Brothers in Arms Furious 4 has evolved quite a lot, that's been said by Gearbox. Assassin's Creed movie has been enlisted Shame and Prometheus actor Michael Fassbender, so that's pretty cool. Harada resisting a paid DLC for Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Street Fighter X Tekken's 12 extra fighters coming at the end of this was coming at the end of this month, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but I'll research that again on when I put all the links in the description and all that. And finally, we've got Rockstar closing Max Payne 3 Vancouver studio, and it absorbs the team into larger new Toronto studio. So all that news I just said, I will put a link in the description. Right, and the next thing I do want to talk about is like several trailers, releases that have been rescheduled, and reviews, probably like vids with screens and whatnot. So I don't have any screens included, but I can't do overlays because I'm using Movie Maker and it doesn't do overlays, which is a shame. So Far Cry 3 has been rescheduled for November 30th. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 was delayed and it's been rescheduled for October 9th. Transformers 4 The Cybertron release date has been brought forward to August 24th. There's a new character revealed for Dead or Alive 5, and there is a debut trailer, just to say. Persona 4 Arena, The Amazing Spider-Man, Pro Evolution Soccer 2013 and Rainbow Moon videos with screens. Spec Ops The Line second developer diary, and it looks at the characters and whatnot in the video. Dishonored, The Golden Cat, and Guardians of Middle-earth gameplay trailers. Max Payne 3's Local Justice Pack trailer and screens have like a little trailer and screenshots as well. Announcement trailer for Zombie. I have no idea what it is, but again I'll put stuff about it in the description. You've also had Assassin's Creed 3 Independence and live action trailer. You've had NHL 13's Last Man Standing trailer, and you've got Tekken Tag Tournament 2's Japan Expo trailer. Gameplay footage. Now you've got Resident Evil 6 gameplay footage, which was sort of based in the subway. You've had Injustice Gods Among Us gameplay footage and Hitman Absolution demo walkthrough footage. Spec Ops Line and Ratchet & Clank Trilogy's got a review from PS3 Trophies, just about a little review on what they thought about the games. You've got an hour of Star Wars Battlefront 3 footage, Dead Space 3 gameplay trailer, a Black Ops 2 trailer, Medal of Honor Warfighter multiplayer trailer, Borderlands 2 trailer, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, and Street Fighter X Tekken PlayStation Vita trailer. And just to say, Street Fighter X Tekken is included with screens. And finally, you've had Mass Effect 3 Earth DLC with there is no trailer, but there is screens. It's got some small news to talk about. Don't really have any information, but it's just small news. Okay, so just say we had a PS3 system update, which was version 4.20, just to fix a few things. KiDdViRuS has been stepped down as Sony Computing Entertainment Europe chairman. New Rock Band 3 DLCs. Now you had All American Rejects and Daltrey. Now with All American Rejects you've had Gonzo, Happy and Satellite. With Daltrey you got It's Not Over, No Surprise and Crawling Back to You. Max Payne 3 comic books, you've got issue 3 which has just recently been released. Assassin's Creed the 4 comic books, and yeah, the comic books for Assassin's Creed the 4 is now available to download. Angry Birds Trilogy will be coming to PlayStation Network, that's right. Angry Birds coming to PlayStation Network with move support, and there's also screens available, so that's pretty cool. And finally we got Tomb Raider's lead writer, and that is Tomb Raider's lead writer is Mirror's Edge scribe Rihanna. Sorry, I'm just looking at the name, Rihanna Pratchett. So Tomb Raider's lead writer is Mirror's Edge scribe Rihanna Pratchett. What else is there? Okay. Do apologise. And we've got some Max Payne 3 news. Now there's only like 2 news I got from Max Payne 3. Just so that people don't know, Max Payne 3 had a title update and that went up live, and this is to do with the fixes for multiplayer mode. And these include the multiplayer tuning, which includes a spawn point tweaking and improvements to stability, load times and weapon balancing. You've had it reduced hardcore playlist requirement for 5,000 to 1,000, a fix for gold's textures not unlocking on DLC weapons. There's a fix for XP display, which is not increasing between rank 49 and rank 50. There's a fix for an issue where the game could autosave immediately before a death screen. There's a fix for rank 50 trophy, which may not be unlocking. There's a fix for unlimited bullet time cheat, which hasn't been unlocking. And finally you've had a fix for scope weapons incorrectly becoming salve pile, which is like something to do with the wrong stick for the users playing with inverted vertical axis. So that's all the fixes. That was a title update. And finally, for Max Payne 3, we've had Max Payne 3's multiplayer cheater pool, which has just been open. Now Rockstar Games has activated the cheater pool in Max Payne 3's multiplayer, which means that from when it was released, who's been caught using hacked saves, modded games or any other untoward techniques in the game will now be quarantined in a dedicated online area, which is confirmed to allow with other... I do apologise because you know, I've got some big words here. So it's confirmed to allow with other you know, with other things about that. So if you feel like you've been placed in the cheater pool by accident or unfairly, you can plead your case to Rockstar at the same email address provided above, including your social club nickname. And just say, I did join the social club with CUT7 because he had a Rockstar social club thing. So it includes your social club nickname, gamertag or PSN ID with an explanation why you think you shouldn't be included in the pool. So just say about that. Max Payne 3 news. Now we've got about 4 different bits of news. So like I did say, they were sorting the new DLC, Max Payne 3's Leviathan Story DLC, which was confirmed, and the voice actor Anthony Scordi has confirmed that the rumored Mass Effect 3 Leviathan DLC, which was found nestling among the code of the recently released Mass Effect 3 Extended Cut, which is indeed real and will be the first dose of single player story based content for the game, allowing several free multiplayer add-on packs, including the upcoming Earth pack, which was due to release on July 17th. And as I'm filming this, it was July 22nd, and just say it's the 23rd because I did split the video and I filmed it on the next day with the game news. So yeah. So just about that. With speaking about the Earth multiplayer DLC, that has some leaked details. Now, a whole bunch of details for the upcoming Mass Effect 3 Earth multiplayer DLC have leaked online thanks to those industrious folks all over on the BioWare forums, where there's images of the 6 new N7 classes that will be introduced in the Galaxy at War multiplayer, alongside with biotic powers and more. So there was a bulletproof breakdown of the 6 new classics and their biotic powers, just to say. There's Adept, N7 Fury, which is a throw annihilation fields dark channel, Soldier, N7 Destroyer, multi-thread grenade, missile launcher, devastator modes, Engineer, which is N7 Demolisher, homing grenade, arc grenade, supply pylon, Sentinel, N7 Paladin, Snap Freeze, Incinerate, Energy Drain, Infiltrator, N7 Shadow, which is Tactical Cloak, Shadow Strike and Electric Slash. And finally we got Vanguard, which is N7 Slayer, which is a Phase Disruptor, Biotic Charge and Biotic Slash. So apparently the N7 Destroyer classes will have a T5V battlesuit for strong but slow mech-like protection, while the Paladin has an Omni Shield, and the Shadow will be packing a sword like K-Len in the single player story. Sounds great. In addition to this slot, there will also be 3 new weapons, new maps reportedly based on London, Rio and Vancouver, and new even harder than gold difficulty titled Platinum. So Mass Effect 3 Earth will be coming multiplayer, which I did say was out July 17th. Now we've got some news. All the Mass Effect 3 news is done. So now we've got some news with first person shooters. So we've got some news with first person shooters. Now first thing which I do like to say is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Now for anyone who did say about the new DLC Arctic Strike, I did had some info like when it got delayed, which I will read. That Arctic Strike DLC was delayed, originally set for July 3rd release, and the map pack has been held back for further polish. That basically means it isn't finished yet, so the pack is due later in the month, which was, if I can find it, on July 17th, the same thing as Max Payne 3. So it was due on July 17th, and they decided to take a small amount and extra time to further polish the content, and that was said by the Ubisoft statement. And the pack is planned for release later in July, which is on the 17th of course, and the exact release date will be announced as soon as possible. Arctic Strike will include a range of maps spread across locations from the streets of Moscow to the far reaches of the Arctic, and it will also come with a new multiplayer mode, 6 6 new weapons and a Guerrilla map co-op map. And that Arctic Strike DLC was detailed when it was had some news on it, like proper release date, and so it added 3 new multiplayer maps, a brand new multiplayer mode, a Guerrilla co-op map and 6 new weapons alongside a boost to the level cap. The new multiplayer mode is called Stockade. Yes, Stockade, and brings an objective based game type to multiplayer in which dead players get sent to the back of the respawn queue, the Stockade, and return when an ally manages to bag a kill. Completing an objective meanwhile releases all dead players from the Stockade, turning the tide for a battle in a split second. So Arctic Strike's 3 new maps are called Riot, Skyline and Evicted. So it's offering a trio of different urban environments, while the Arctic based Guerrilla mode map, which it did have a screen, was taking the co-op mode to the snowy tundra, and the 6 new weapons which follows: Rifleman, which is an F2000 and C2S805, Scout, which is Type 05JS and a BT MP9, and Engineer, which is OCP11 and MK17. So as well as that lot, there are also new trophies to snap up, and the level cap increase of +10. You were able to download that DLC on July 17th, which came out, and that is for $7.99. In America it's $9.99. So yeah. Okay, now I've got some news about Battlefield. Now, to start off with some small news, Battlefield 3 Premium has over 800,000 subscribers, and that was said by EA. And they were very pleased with the performance so far, said Sutherland. And they've actually and they were actually only 2 weeks into it, so it's a little early to tell how this is going to pay off. And it certainly looks very promising right now, so that's pretty good for them. We had some news about the upcoming DLC, which is called Armored Kill, and it's to be boasted the biggest map in Battlefield history. If anything's going to help persuade them to part with a $49.99, yes, around $50 for a Battlefield 3 Premium subscription, this forthcoming Battlefield 3 Armored Kill DLC, it could well be it. So promising to up the ante for vehicular mayhem, the pack will boast a new tank superiority mode, which they were assuming, which means massive tank battles, yes, as well as offering new vehicles including new tanks, ATVs and mobile artillery. Armored Kill will also include the largest map ever in Battlefield history, which means large scale warfare will be getting even larger. So Armored Kill will add 4 new maps in total, designed for all-out vehicle warfare, and all 6 game modes will be supported across all maps. All-out vehicle warfare and on 4 new maps includes the biggest map in Battlefield history. New vehicles including tanks, ATVs and mobile artillery bring back 5 new vehicle unlocks to the base game, earning 20 plus unlocks for the new vehicles in Armored Kill. New tank superiority game mode, all maps playable with 6 game modes. So Battlefield 3 Armored Kill will be coming in September as the third of 5 expansions in the pipeline for DICE's first person shooters. Back to Cartland and Close Quarters are available now, and Aftermath and Endgame will be out somewhere in Christmas time later this year and March 2013 respectively. You can grab all the DLCs on with a Battlefield 3 Premium membership for just $49.99 in America and $39.99 in the UK. In euros it is $48.99, in Australia it's $79.99. So that's lots to talk about that new upcoming DLC. And finally, few news from DICE. they have announced a new feature called Matches for Battlefield 3, and as detailed on the developer's official site, Matches will allow players to coordinate competitive multiplayer sessions with their friends and squad members. The Matches feature will allow players to coordinate competitive multiplayer sessions with their friends and squad members. Battlefield 3 players will be able to select the time, server, game settings and roster for their matches, creating a controlled and definitive environment for cooperative play. Players renting servers will be able to access matches through Battlelog. Once a dedicated server has been selected, the match host can set the match name, start time, game mode, team size and map rotations, and that was said by DICE. So that's all the news about Battlefield. Up next, what else do we have? Call of Duty. Now there's two news which I do want to talk about. First of all, I do want to talk about Black Ops 2. And if you don't remember from Black Ops 1, Nuketown, it has been reimagined for Black Ops 2 as a pre-order bonus. So if you pre-order Black Ops 2, their multiplayer map Nuketown is set to make a return for Black Ops 2 as a pre-order bonus if you pre-ordered it. So it's reimagined for the future. The map will be called Nuketown 2025. All this comes from information on display at Irish retailer Extravision, arriving as part of the limited edition pack. The map is described as the biggest incentive in Call of Duty history, and there was an image from the retailer which was included below on that news, courtesy of IGN. Official details are yet to be revealed, probably coming soon. And finally, I do want to talk about Infinity Ward had confirmed the Terminal map, which was for Modern Warfare 2. Terminal map will be on for Modern Warfare 3. It confirms that, so it is appeared as an option in the PS3 version of the game last month, but quickly disappeared. According to executive producer Mark Rubin, Terminal is coming soon with a release date, which was announced whenever it was announced. So that's all the news, and just some other first person shooter news. I don't really think some of this news counts first person shooters. I wouldn't even know. Sony has no plans for any future Resistance games. A quote from the producer of Resistance Burning Skies has cast doubt over the future of the franchise despite playing a central role in Sony's strategy up to now, with 3 numbered games and 2 portable spin-offs. Sony Computing Entertainment Europe producer Daniel Brook says the platform holder has no current plans to continue the Resistance series. The Resistance franchise has been exciting to work on, but as for the future we have no definite plans. The news follows the revelation from earlier in the year that Insomniac will no longer be creating Resistance titles. At the time, it was thought that development on the franchise would be farmed out to another studio, but apparently not. So that's just a bit of news from Resistance. Now we've got some news from 007 Legends, and that is the feature on Her Majesty's Secret Service mission. Activision has confirmed that 007 Legends will have a chapter inspired by 1969's Bond movie on Her Majesty's Secret Service. So on that, which starred George Lazenby, widely regarded as the worst Bonds in the series, I just saw a fly. George Lazenby, widely regarded as the worst Bond in the series, long history. The film itself, set across Portugal, Switzerland and London, isn't quite so bad, but the game also features single player MI6 ops missions, 4-player split screen local multiplayer and online multiplayer with content celebrating 50 years of the Queen's favourite murderer. Bit of news from 007 Legends. We got some more news from DICE, and apparently the developers were getting bored with modern first person shooters, and that was said by DICE. Now I do have some news about this which I will read. DICE General Manager Carl Magnus Juridsson believes that modern day settings for first person shooters games are getting stale and developers are looking elsewhere, and they said they think they're going to start seeing people moving away from the modern setting because every now and again settings or themes start to get stale and then everyone jumps over, which was said by Carl Magnus, and I lost where I read. So he said that developers are now moving their focus to near future settings, but you know, at some point dinosaurs are the hottest things and everyone is making games with dinosaurs, but they are trends. It used to be World War II and recently it's been the modern era and people are now moving towards the near future, but that isn't enough to ensure innovations, reckons the Battlefield 3 developer. It is a bit cheap just to say, okay, so they're going to switch and go back in time or into the future. That will be innovation. It will definitely drive the franchise forwards for whatever game, but it's not true innovation. It's more than a thematic change that has a perceived value to the gamers out there, but as a developer you can only make so many games in one particular era and then you personally start to get a bit bored with it. That's a bit true. So he thinks it's their responsibility as game developers to always push themselves when it comes to the experience of games. So that's just a bit of news about that. So now we got one last bit of news, and this is with Doom 4 and Rage. So Doom 4 and Rage are still on ID Software's radar. So it's been rather quiet where Doom 4 and potential follow-up to Rage is concerned, but ID Software Studios director Tim Willits has been talking about possible announcements that could be on the cards in the near future. So talking about Doom 4, will it suggest a remake for Doom 3 for the BFG edition, and whether it be a stepping stone towards the next instalment of the hellish first person shooter? He said, "I can't say for sure, but if we were, it would be a great time to do this," said Willits. Regarding to impending release of Doom 3 BFG edition, yes, and again everyone's heard of Doom, but not everyone's played the entire catalogue. Surely that's a bit true, to be honest. Now let me just say, I've never played Doom, and I haven't played Rage, but I did want to buy a Rage, so when I do buy a Rage, I'll probably get into that. So, this is priced well, but it's got a lot of great content, and they have new content, and really the response has been great. So, Willis is excited for it, as well as Doom 4. A Rage sequel is also potentially on ID's radar too. The studio hasn't forgotten about the game anyway, which is a start, and they said that they have a few things that they may announce soon, but they're not for sure. They haven't forgotten about the title, and as soon as they have more news, they will definitely announce it. Willits told Game Reactor Doom 4 and Rage 2, maybe the Rage 2, no, that would be ID Software really spoiling them. Of course, for now, it's all just a pie in the sky, but it's a step in the right direction, right? So there was like an old deleted Doom 4 screenshot, which people looked at. So that's all the other news. What other news have we got? We got news, PlayStation All Stars. So PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale date and pre-order bonuses were announced. So it was dated, with Sony promising 2 new character reveals for later during that day. It was announced, and some pre-order bonuses, skins to contemplate. So the pre-order PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, and you'll get a pack of alternate outfits for all the characters in the roster, including the 2 to be revealed later, which was announced on that day. So they did a photo below, which includes a Kratos get-up for Big Daddy, which was from Bioshock, a spacesuit for Parappa, and a beardy number for Kratos. So you can check the pre-order illustration which I will put a link in the description for the photos and whatnot. So you can take a look at the alternate outfits, and then look forward to getting the mitts on PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale when it launches on October 23rd. In North America and across Europe on October 24th. October 25th in Australia and New Zealand, and finally October 26th in the UK and Ireland. So yeah. And just to say, the two new characters which was revealed, so it has a pair of new characters joining the growing roster. Superbot Entertainment has announced that EVO event in Las Vegas, revealing that Hihashi Mishima from Tekken, yes, it will be coming to the game in his younger, early Tekken, you know, kind of guys, circa 1995, alongside feline Sony mascot Toro Inori. I don't know how you pronounce that. Toro Inori. I believe you say that right. I do apologise. So Hihashi will boast familiar moves from his 17 years in Tekken games, such as his electric wind, godfist and twin pistons, and he'll excel in close combat with heavy strikes and devastating quick combos. Sony Cat Toro, meanwhile, has a unique stance-based fighting style, giving him a range of different attacks. So Toro is a close-range fighter in his Justice form, while in his Torobi form he becomes a ranged specialist. He can also control wider areas in his Oni form, so despite looking he'd get his arse handed in him in a second, Toro is actually a bit of an all-rounder. So finally, the new dojo stage for Parappa, the rapper, has also been unveiled, featuring a guest appearance from Gigantic, Chimera, Walker and the Resistance series. So you can check out Hihashi and Toro, which they did in a trailer, and the Parappa dojo stage in, like, they did screens for that. So that's all the news about PlayStation All Stars. What else have we got? We're not even done, to be honest. There's loads of gaming news I've got to talk about. The next news we got is Hitman. I just want to check the time on the camera here. Okay. So I've got a bit of time left. So I've got news about Hitman, and the Hitman HD collection was spotted on Game. So last month, the Hitman triple back was spotted on an Italian retail site, hinting that Hitman 2, Contracts and Blood Money could be releasing as an HD bundle, and it now looks like though there's even more credibility to the story and a distinct possibility that Hitman HD collection could indeed be making an appearance in the near future. Previously, that triple pack posting had been spied on the Italian site, 16 games exclusively for the PS3 with release dates slated for October 15th, 2012. However, a listing spotted that Game also has the Hitman HD collection for pre-order on PS3, with a tentative and vague release window of 2013. So, from that, could they be seeing an HD bundle compromising with Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Contracts and Blood Money turn up for PS3 next year? So if this Batman HD collection listing is to be believed, then the answer is a resounding yes. So yeah. Now just talk about Hitman Absolution as well, which comes out on November 20th. So the details on that, there has been a deluxe professional edition which was announced, and this strictly limited edition release contains a little 10-inch, well, is it inch or is it 10? There's like a Agent 47 vinyl statue, which is like a vinyl aggression. If you don't see those WWE vinyl aggression, they're only little things. So it's sort of like that. So, and there's also a hardcover Hitman Absolution art book making of DVD and an agency gun pack DLC, which is found in the standard professional edition of the game. Pre-orders will also be rewarded with immediate access to Sniper Challenge, the rather spiffy minigame that offers up carry-overable skill and weapon unlocks. You can find images of Batman Absolution Deluxe Professional Edition, which they did below, and it's out alongside the other editions of the game on November 20th. So just say about Hitman news, and just see what else I've got. Right, I'll do this final thing and then I'll split the video again for other news, because we're not even fucking done. I can't even believe it. I've got like loads of other news to talk about. The final news I'll talk about until I split this video is SEGA news. News from SEGA. So Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing Transformed has added Knights to its radar. So Sega's kart racing sequel is to add yet another newcomer to its lineup alongside Golden Axe's Dwarven Warrior Gilius Thunderhead, Resident Shinobi Ninja Joe Musashi, Vice from Skies of Arcadia, and real-life NASCAR driver Danica Patrick. Wide-eyed flying Dreamworld Jester Knights is coming to the game, as revealed for Sega's Summer of Sonic event, but he won't be driving a car. Instead, he will fly along the track like he does in the Knights games on Sega Saturn. No doubt the announcement ties in with Sega's announcement from 1996 Sega Classic Knights into Dreams will be remade as a revamped in HD on PlayStation Network this autumn. I can't really speak properly now because I've been talking a lot in this part of the video. So just to say, so Sega has teased a possible Nights into Dreams HD remake. So they've mentioned Nights coming to Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. Now they've been teasing a possible Nights into Dreams HD remake. So they have posted a just suggestive teaser image to its Facebook wall, hinting that seminal Sega Saturn classic Nights into Dreams could be the next game in Sonic Studios' list of HD remakes. The game also appeared as a remake on PlayStation 2 in 2008. Fat fans, it's entirely possible that Sega is looking to release the 2008 Japan-only remake of the 1996 Sega Saturn original in shiny high definition, with fans suggesting that the release teaser picture bears a striking resemblance to Nights into Dreams stage Stick Canyon. So they've embedded the teaser Facebook picture and a YouTube video on the Stick Canyon stage from Sonic Team's classic on-rails platformer, so you can draw your own conclusions there. So they agree that it certainly looks very similar, and with the Sega Saturn Nights into Dreams July 5th 1996 anniversary approaching, so it's possible that Sega could be lining up an announcement somewhere, which they already did, and Nights into Dreams is officially been confirmed for PSN. Way! For anyone who enjoyed Nights, because I don't even know what it is, just to say. So Sega has confirmed Nights into Dreams is indeed coming to PSN, as suggested by a teaser image which was shown on the publisher's Facebook page on Tuesday. Can't remember the date, to be honest with you, but it was on a Tuesday, and it was predicted that July 5th's announcement marks the game's 16-year anniversary. The Sega Saturn offered many unique gaming experiences, and Nights into Dreams stands out with one of the most recognisable titles that found a home on the system, said Sega's digital business VP Chris Olsen. So they've gotten a lot of requests about this game over the years, and are happy to able to give both former Saturn owners and new players a chance to play it in its most beautiful form to date this fall. Nights into Dreams on PSN will see the innovative 3D gameplay and the rendition of Nightopia revamped in glorious HD with new 16:9 widescreen aspect ratio, as well as leaderboard support, and of course trophies. it will include trophies. And there will even be an additional Saturn mode which you can play the original version in all its untouched glory. Fantastic news all around them. Nights in the Dreams will be hitting PSN this fall. Pricing is yet to be confirmed, but there's still a lovely announcement trailer for all you guys to watch. And last but not least, until I split the video here, SEGA has been closing offices across Europe as part of restructure. SEGA Europe has declared that as part of its ongoing restructure, several offices across Europe are set to face closure. As the company shifts businesses to focus upon digital content and its key IPs for packaged games at retail such as Sonic, Aliens, Total War and etc. Offices in France, Germany, Spain, Australia and Benelux will be shut down. To assist with distribution across Germany, Austria, France, Spain and Switzerland, SEGA has appointed Koch Media while Level 03 Distribution and 5 Star Games helping distribute SEGA products for Benelux and Australia from July 1st onwards, and all territories will remain unaffected by the restructure and run through the same channels as before, managed by SEGA Europe offices in London. So I've talked a lot about in this video, including with because I put them in different columns. I think you guys will probably be excited for what news I talk about. So we talked about loads: Max Payne 3, first person shooters, SEGA, Hitman, loads of trailers, trophies and whatnot. So I'll split the video here, and of course I'll be in a different shirt because, well, like I'm filming this, it's just past midnight. So I'll do the next part tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was mostly informative. Hope you guys are excited for new HD releases and whatnot, which was SES and DLCs. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you for the next part, which will include different collector's editions and whatnot, and releases and other news which has been announced. So we'll see you for the next part of this update.